So you don't know it. It's like that. It's like that.
It's like that.
It's said a bunch of times. Which do you think it said more?
I would think believe it.
You would think.
Because it's in the tagline.
Actually, it's like that. It's said 9 times throughout the movie. As a phrase itself, it's said an equal amount of times where it's like that. It's like that.
All right, welcome back to the Black and White Cinema Podcast with Kev and Ugie. I'm Kev.
I'm Ugie, and today we're going to be doing one of our favorite films, Blue Streak. But before we get into that, Kev, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, man. It's a beautiful week in Seattle that's keeping my spirits high. Work is kicking my butt. Obviously, nothing I can talk about or else I'll get fired. But yeah, I've been really digging this weather, getting outside. Went to Mount Washington on Sunday morning, and it was gorgeous.
BMX?
No, just hiking.
Just hiking, nice.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
Same work. Work is kind of fun right now. We're doing like yearly reviews, so low stress levels. Besides that, Dilly won our game. We scored 9 goals in the second half yesterday.
Oh no!
We won 9-2. We were down 2-0 at half, and we had like at halftime we're like, yeah, we got to get our shit together.
That's wild.
And we came back, and it was like one of the most fun games that I've ever had. So that was pretty sick. Besides that, just enjoying the weather.
Yeah,
things are good. Enjoying looking at myself in podcast form for the first episode.
I tell you what, one good thing about going way too long on our runtime last week is I got really used to listening to my own voice by the end of it.
Yeah, you don't hate it as much anymore.
Yeah, I sound surprisingly like my uncle, which I never knew until I watched that back.
I didn't know, but I actually like my voice even more now.
Oh, great. That's what we need. Oh, man. Well, shall we get into this just on the cusp of Y2K panic film?
Yeah, of course.
I was just going to ask you if there's like anything you remember about Blue Streak when it came out.
Blue Streak was one of those first movies that was like my favorite movie. I remember my uncle St. Elmo took me to see it in theaters. I'm not sure it's specific as I was last week, but I remember going to see it and it was just like one of those like very much enjoyed all of the movie.
Yeah.
Peak, I don't know when it came out, 2000.
99.
Yeah, 99. Had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
We got it on VHS, so I watched it probably 100 times.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my most quoted movies ever.
For sure.
Yeah, I say some of the stuff like daily.
Yeah, same. My dad was a huge Martin Lawrence fan. Like I remember watching Run Tell Dat in his apartment around this time. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but it had to have been around this time. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember if I saw it with him, but I feel like it's likely that I did, given the time and how popular Martin Lawrence was.
Yeah, I mean he was on everything. I'm sure we're going to be doing a lot of these Martin Lawrence period pieces where it's just like Martin Lawrence in movie.
Right. Yeah.
Here's Martin Lawrence. He's in this situation. Shoot.
That was my big takeaway. Not jumping ahead or spoiling anything yet, but this is a film where Martin Lawrence is in a movie that everyone else is like part of that world, and he's there doing bits for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and it works. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I guess before we get into the data, is this one? I don't even need to ask this. Is this one you recommend people watch?
I definitely would recommend people watch this. I feel like this is required. If my kids were like around the age that I saw it, then I'd be like, you have to. This is one of those movies like you have to watch this.
So I was 9, so you were probably 10, September 99?
Yeah, September 99, yeah, I would have been 10.
Yeah.
Or, 9, 10.
You know, there's
do math.
Yeah, you'd have been 10.
Yeah.
You're a year-ish older than me. Yeah, I think I probably shouldn't have seen this at 9, but whatever. I grew up on all kinds of stuff I shouldn't have seen.
I think this movie is PG-13, but some of the themes, I would think some of the themes of the movie maybe didn't age super well, but I don't think it's too bad. I mean, compared to last week, compared to Undercover Brother, what would you say?
I think they're on the same page. Like, I guess there's nothing that explicit in this one. There's more violence than Undercover Brother, obviously. Yeah. but it's very like 90s cop movie like stunts and whatnot.
I feel like Undercover Brother is a little bit more lewd, I would say,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
more raunchy humor.
Because it's
more
trying to be on the
suggestive.
nose. Yeah,
But
sure.
we can get into the movie. So it was released on September 17th, 1999. The tagline was, "He's a cop that's not, bleed at." And
Better than
again,
last week's tagline, and
Is
we
it?
got the Martin Lawrence bleed at in
is
there.
it? Is it? Because I mean, again, what
It's
does
not
this?
good.
Yeah. Yeah, the shitty counter is going up right now. So the main synopsis is Martin Lawrence is a cop, or he's pretending to be a cop. He's a jewel thief that robbed. What did they even rob?
A safe.
It seemed like it was a store, like a jewelry store on like the top floor of a place.
Yeah. Or a place, I don't know, a place where people keep jewelry.
Yeah, I don't know.
They never really
I'm
go
not
into
rich.
that.
But yeah, and so the whole movie is him. He stashes the jewel, and then he finds out later that it's a police station. So he has to infiltrate the police station to get the jewel back.
Right.
It's PG-13, runtime about an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, again, like you said, remember when movies were just a normal amount?
Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah, I like going to the movies, like enjoying the movie, and then going to do other stuff. Nowadays, like I go to a movie at like 6 o'clock, and it's just like, all right, it's like
You're out of there
now.
at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sound really old, but I stand by it.
Yeah. It was directed by Les Miles, writers Michael Berry, John Blumenthal, and Stephen Carpenter. I don't know, but those sound like white names to me. And I think that the difference between this movie and the movie that we watched last week, it'll be telling with some of the jokes.
Yeah, that's fair.
So opening weekend, the budget was 36 million, or between 36 and 65 million, actually. It was estimated. Do you think that the movie made money or didn't make money?
I'm going to say box office, no. Or, sorry, no. Opening weekend definitely didn't make its money back. Gross box office, I'm going to say profitable but not double is my guess.
Okay, so you're almost right. So opening weekend, it definitely did not make its money back. It made 19 million opening weekend. Gross, 68 million. Worldwide, 117.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually very, unlike Undercover Brother, this has like worldwide acclaim and
Interesting.
popularity. I actually am a little bit surprised with that. The Rotten Tomatoes score by critics, 36%, audience, 64%. I think still feel like that's low, but from a critical perspective, I can
Sure.
understand.
Yeah.
Audience score, I feel like this is, again, back into what we were saying last week. I feel like this one's a little bit more cult classic-y to me.
Right.
I feel like all of my friends have seen this movie and like it, but then
I think if you're our age, you're rating this high because you saw it and fell in love with it.
You're like 10.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
exactly, pretty much.
Like I said, I understand. 36 is a little low, but like I said, this is a movie where Martin Lawrence does bits as a character that like doesn't fit the film.
Yeah.
So, like,
Sure.
I won't have beef with
Yeah,
that.
if you watch Martin, it's just kind of like all of the bits that he does fit into Martin, and it was just kind of like, I'm sure the producers were just like, yes, let's get that guy from the show, and then he can do that for an hour.
It also
and then,
it allows like a little bit lazier script because like the story just needs to be on the rails enough for Martin Lawrence to like get into some foolery,
exactly,
and it does that.
So right now we're gonna start off with the spoiler warning. If you haven't watched the movie, if you care about spoilers, I would stop watching this and go and watch Blue Streak. We didn't do any research, so I can't tell you what it's streaming on, but it'll be about $4.99 on YouTube or whatever. There's probably better ethical places to rent your movies from. Shout out, what's the place called? It's like, not the elephant, it's like the zebra or something. There's a place in like the U District that has... Scarecrow Video, yeah. Go to Scarecrow Video, rent it from them. You could probably rent it on VHS, DVD. They have like the largest library. If you guys want to be sponsors of the show, we'll shout you out every single week. So shout out y'all. But yeah, go ethically rent your movies. Don't give corporations more of your money while I scroll on this iPad.
If you happen to have a Peacock subscription, that is where I watched it with ads, which was not ideal, but
yeah,
it allowed me to take notes during commercials, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Just like watching TV.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't watch. Honestly, I don't I watch ad-free TV. Yeah, I'm a pirate.
Yeah.
All right, so the movie begins with Miles Logan, played by Martin Lawrence. He's an elite jewel thief. So we start in the middle of a score. So they're on the top of a roof. Then we have Deacon, who's played by Peter Green. He was like the Gimp, or not the Gimp, but the evil guy in Pulp Fiction.
Zeke.
Yeah, he was Zeke in Pulp Fiction, and then he was also the bad guy in The Mask. And he looks like my friend Preston.
Yep.
So,
Also, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He just passed away a little over a month ago, which I didn't know until I was doing research for this.
man could play a good villain, I will say.
Absolutely.
He had a weird face, but yeah. So they're on the top of a roof. Obviously, they're about to do some crimes. Peter Green's like, hey, we're into the mainframe. Cameras are up. So Martin Lawrence is joking around with his buddy Eddie, who's supposed to be like his mentor in the crime game. And they're prepping to get into this building so they can do some robbery. At the beginning of that, you immediately get his tagline. He's like, believe that.
Believe that.
Which, no one has ever said.
Martin has.
They break into this building. There's security guards they have to evade. They break into the jewel. They break into the safe, steal the jewel. Simultaneously, while stealing the jewel, Eddie goes back up to the top and ready so they can get ready to escape. Peter Green's character Deacon kills Eddie, and it's obvious that he's just going to steal the jewel. He says, $20 million doesn't split evenly 4 ways. And so that's like the first scene.
Yeah. My first note was that after recently watching the newest Bad Boys movie, I was shook to see Martin Lawrence this young.
Yeah.
Like he's in my head as like old and bloated.
Yeah.
But yeah, like peak Martin Lawrence. Also, second movie in a week with Dave Chappelle feature. He's the getaway driver. If anyone knows what car he's driving in this scene, Google says it's a 70s Impala. I don't know whether that's true, but it was sick. There aren't enough shots of it for me to figure out what it is. So that's my call to the audience. Help me figure out what that is.
Yeah.
I looked up because you were wondering what car. It might be a Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham.
Brown? Cadillac Fleetwood Brown.
There's a website you could look up called Internet Movie Car Database.
Ooh.
And it just shows you various cars that are featured in movies.
Sick. All right. So
Shouts out Mace.
my first note about this is that this is obviously a very, very white neighborhood. One, Dave Chappelle's chain smoking in the car, and that's apparently probable cause for the police to just he's just smoking there. He could be picking up someone from work. He's just existing. He's in a parked car. There's literally nothing illegal about that.
Yeah.
But then the police roll up.
He's not even driving
yeah.
while black. He's parked while black, and that's enough.
I also think Miles is literally me because he starts off the movie by just lying to all of his friends.
Right,
for
telling
literally
Eddie
no
that the
reason.
safe is open, unlocked, just to mess with him, even though they're trying to hide from security.
It's the most serious moment of their life, their biggest score, and he's just like, I'm gonna do a bit right now. That's peak me.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I love that the security guard sees that there's something blinking, and so he walks up to the room that they've escaped into, and then he's flashing the light, and he's doing this whole thing what?
Yeah, and doesn't go in to check the camera. Yeah.
He's like, what are you expecting to see here? You're gonna find a person,
Right.
and they're literally like this. He doesn't see any of the movement. Poor security guards. So, Martin Lawrence, Miles breaks into the safe. He gets the diamond. Deacon shoots Eddie, and so Eddie falls off the roof onto the cop car that's just behind Dave Chappelle's character. What's his name?
Tully.
Yeah, Tully. Falls into so Tully's being scoped out by the police officers, falls onto the cop car. Immediately, the police start flashing sirens, and then it's time to go. So the security guards now start busting in. He makes a smooth escape, gets to the top, kind of grapples to the top floor where he sees Deacon, and then Deacon's holding him up at gunpoint, and he refuses to give him the diamond.
On the The security guard, when he starts like shooting at Miles in the building, that's like one of my favorite things to look for is like extras who don't know how to use guns but are acting as if they do, because you can see him like pushing the bullets out. He's like firing like this, like pushing the bullets out of the gun. It always makes me think of my dad's story from when he was in basic training, and there was a guy that like kept missing his targets, and eventually the drill instructor gave him an empty clip and didn't tell him, and watched the guy like kick back as he was shooting, like without any recoil. It's just a great way to tell who doesn't know how to use a gun.
I also really love like in this, like right when the police show up, like this is what I was saying, it's definitely a white neighborhood, because it's just like immediately the SWAT team is there coming up the elevator like 45 seconds later. The alarms go off. He breaks out of the door. He grapples up. None of that could have taken more than like a minute. Already there's 7 cop cars and there's a SWAT team going up. The SWAT team has have you ever been in like we both work in buildings. I can't get anywhere in my building.
No, I've called the cops in an emergency. They don't show up for 2 hours.
I mean, I guess again, you got to suspend your disbelief a little bit, but it's amazing to me like that. So,
or it lends credence to the theory that I had that this is like rich people storing their jewels in this safe because like maybe the mayor's jewels in there, and the cops are going to show up right on time.
The SWAT team on deck.
Yeah,
they have
ready.
Full kitted out immediately. Why is the SWAT team? Oh, I guess they did use a gun, so it is technically active shooters. So. All right, so Miles grapples to another building. He refuses to give the diamond away to Deacon, but now the cops are responding, so he knows he's kind of screwed. So he stashes the diamond in a vent that he gets into. Deacon tries to find Miles, but he's unsuccessful. He sees that the cops are coming, so he runs away. Miles then just duct tapes it inside a vent, goes down the vent, and then is arrested. Yep. And then he's just like, oh, I work here. Yeah.
In all of his like tactical gear for the break-in. Yep.
The very next scene is 2 years later. Miles is getting out of prison. So immediately Miles is confronted and he's given back his like things that
his possessions.
Yeah, his possessions. Yeah. It's really weird because none of the possessions that they gave him back were the things that he was wearing when he was arrested. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if any of the tactical. It's like they give him a shoe, but he wasn't wearing those sorts of shoes.
Maybe he made bail. Maybe he wasn't in jail during his trial, and then when he shows up,
they took that stuff.
Yeah, it's like whatever you show up when you're getting arrested, like those are the possessions that you have as you're getting. You haven't been in jail enough.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
no, I haven't either. I just got white family. That love drugs. So yeah, that could be it. Like he made bail and got out, and then like after the trial he gets arrested.
I love that he's like arguing with the person. He's just like, there's one shoelace. What am I gonna do? What are you gonna do with one shoelace? Floss your ass?
I get like. I was watching that thing and I would believe that Martin Lawrence improv'd the shoelace bit if it wasn't like written in that the security guard is like listing the things off and says like, oh, and one shoelace.
I love that's like a reoccurring joke in this movie.
Yeah,
too.
There's a callback later by Tully. Yeah, the shoelace. He also, as he's walking out of jail, and he's like there's like a security guard that like opens the outer gate for him, and he yells like, "Where them butt-naked hoes at?" And the security guard starts cracking up.
So Miles gets a taxi and then goes to visit his ex-girlfriend. Her cousin answers the door. She's unimpressed.
He doesn't know it's the cousin.
Yeah. then his ex-girlfriend comes to the door. She's also unimpressed, and he just completely fails. You can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. It's basically him pitching fat jokes at the cousin, and. She also doesn't look like Janice.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part I'm sitting here like, how dumb is this? It's been 2 years. Like, I remember what people looked like 2 years ago. But yeah, he's saying, when I went in there, you was all clickety-clack, clickety-clack. That
now you're like,
one that like,
wow!
Yeah. That plays in my head all the time. Also, the part I loved is when Janice like throws or like slams the door on him and he runs around to the side window. He's like yelling up to her. there's like a kid in the background, like sitting on his BMX bike in the street.
Just watch
That
it.
is not an extra. That is a kid who lived in that neighborhood that like would not listen when the directors were like, "Get out of here!" Like it's so real, and I actually believe that was real. There's no way.
My also thing about that, it's really funny that, or not that funny, but I was just wondering, where did he get such a fresh lineup from in jail? Like, he looks super good when he comes out.
It's true.
And it's like,
I didn't
how'd
catch
that even happen? I don't know. So, after that, like, his girlfriend just throws him out. She was just like, I
Justified.
want nothing to do with you.
Yep.
You said you were a banker. He says, I said I was a bank robber.
You know how I mumble?
Yeah. Immediately, like, this guy's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Immediately in the movie, like, everything that he's established already about his character, this guy's just a complete dick to everybody in his life. He actually deserves to be in jail and he should not be out of jail. He goes to Fifth and Grand, where the construction site was. When he arrives there, he sees that it's now like what the second
precinct.
the third
LAPD,
precinct
third
of the
precinct.
LAPD. Then he starts freaking out, which
Yeah.
is just the most amazing thing. It's like, all right, man, you know where this is. He immediately asks an old woman that's on the street. She's like, "Hey, is this really a police station?" She's like, well, of course.
And
it
he's
is."
like throwing a tantrum right outside, and there's cops just looking at him like not tackling him.
At that point, he devises a scheme. All right, I know where the jewel is. How do I get it back? So he comes back and he dresses up like a pizza. Or what? Doesn't he see someone?
Yeah, he sees someone like dropping off food.
Food. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna disguise myself as a pizza delivery person. And this is one of the things about Martin Lawrence that like I don't necessarily love. I feel like he tends to like do these like when he does bits sometimes he overacts.
Oh, yeah.
Like the most random stuff. Like he dresses up like a pizza delivery person and then it's like cringe to me. He's like, "Oh, I got my pizza." He's like,
Yeah.
"I'm just gonna
Pizza
deliver
delivery.
pizza for the LAPD. It's hot. I don't know what it's gonna do. They need their pizza. They need to eat." And he's just like just yelling this.
Yep.
As he approaches the LAPD, he gets in there and he's trying to give the pizza and say, "Hey, this is a delivery for the third floor." And the guy at the front desk won't let him have it. He's like, "All right, no. The only way you're going upstairs is if you have a badge or if you're in cuffs." He's like, "Oh, I don't have either of those." And so he uses a little bit of trickery and steals the ID badge off of a young officer who later on becomes his partner.
As he's doing that, he tells the officer like, "I don't want to leave these with Shamu over there." So that's fat joke number 2. If anyone's keeping track, which I did.
Okay, which is the worst wig? The Undercover Brothers sideburns or the Twisted Dreads pizza delivery buck teeth? Or just like a worse... What's a better or worse disguise?
I think without the teeth, the twist wouldn't have been that bad. Like, but the teeth are just so bad and so obviously fake that it beats the felt Macy Gray pork chop sideburns for
I think
me.
we're gonna have to like do like... Because every single movie that does like a...
Yeah, we'll have
we'll have a
ranking.
hierarchy,
Okay.
yeah.
So this, I'm gonna put the bad pizza delivery disguise above the Undercover Brother sideburns in my ranking.
Yeah,
In
okay.
terms like worst being the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So after he steals the ID card, he goes outside and immediately starts dancing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why this is a theme with all the movies that we're watching, that like after someone pulls something off, they immediately have to dance in the middle of the street. He just stole... This guy is trying to get into the police station. First of all, he wears the worst disguise of all time. Even if he did get back there, how does he expect that he's going to get past anybody with that disguise on? How are you going to go into the vents? Okay, That aside, you now steal the ID card, which is, all right, good job.
Yep.
Now you're dancing in the middle of the street causing a scene, and other people are watching
Again,
you.
like no cops are tackling this guy. Yeah.
And then he's
This is
just like,
the LAPD in 1999. They would kill to tackle a black guy for no
yeah,
reason.
this is post OJ.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like
No
3
way.
years past OJ.
Yeah.
They're looking for a reason.
Exactly.
And then I think he sort of like comes back to reality. He's like, "Oh yeah,"
He just
yeah, and
sprints
then
away.
starts Which is also like the worst thing you could also do in that situation. Like this guy's an absolute idiot. But then he kind of turns it on. So then after that, he goes to meet his Uncle Lou. He's the local neighborhood GTA guy. He's just an Italian that gives missions. Apparently, this is the guy who put him up to the jewel heist previously. He says, "I told you not to work with Deacon." So obviously he was at least somewhat involved. So he's like, "Hey, I need a disguise just so I can get into the precinct. I know it's up here somewhere." Uncle Lou hooks him up. I think it's really cool. I wish I kind of had just like a neighborhood crime guy that I could.
We probably do.
Yeah, you're probably right.
If you're the neighborhood crime guy, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. Please, I could use a neighborhood crime guy.
Need some forged FIFA World Cup tickets.
So he goes back in, and now he has like the LAPD badge. He badges in. Immediately, the dog that was there when he got arrested starts freaking out.
Oh, was it? That didn't occur to me. That's the same dog.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay.
I mean, I think it's implied that it's the same dog.
Right. That makes sense.
He's like, "Oh, don't mind, detective."
Yeah.
He's like talking to the dog. He's like, "Kibbles and bits."
Yeah.
He's being an asshole to the dog.
He's an asshole to everybody.
He's like, "All right, I got to train to be a police officer." So what does he do? He watches
cops.
Yeah, he watches cops and just like reenacts in this hotel room
Yep.
all the cops' procedures, and it's just him just like
on the ground.
Yeah, just like doing like all the things that a cop is not supposed to do. So he gets into the precinct, he goes up to the homicide floor, and then he's greeted by, or what we see is Carlson is interrogating a suspect who's handcuffed, but the handcuffed person is just freaking out. He's like, "God, it's too tight. Can you please loosen him?" We see this beautiful light-skinned woman who is probably public defender, I presume. And she's just like, "Hey, could you please loosen them?" And then Carlson folds, loosens them. The guy immediately breaks out and tries to run away. At this point, Miles is in the bathroom trying to figure out how he can get himself into the venting.
In the women's bathroom.
Yeah,
because there was a cop smoking a cigarette in the men's room. Very 99.
Very, very classy. So the suspect is running away, trying to figure out where to go. He gets into the bathroom. Miles is in there, and he's like, I don't know what to do. So he just opens the door and hits him. So the guy's knocked out, and he saves the day. And everyone's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm Detective Malone, just transferred here from West Covina." And so that's how he meets the whole gang.
The first visual thing I noticed about all the cops is how 90s the suits were, especially all of the like white cops are like very basic like Men's Warehouse suits, and like Martin Lawrence isn't like very stylish. Looks ridiculous now, but at the time like the most stylish suit you could roll in on.
I like everybody just falls for this light-skinned woman.
Yeah,
like immediately.
I mean.
And I love right after that, because they are in the women's bathroom and all this commotion's happening, and then immediately like a female officer comes in and she's like, "Hello, excuse me," and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, we gotta go." And then Miles goes back and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, sorry, I forgot the flesh." It's like, why? Like, I know you're supposed to separate the actual comedy from the movie, like, but it's just like, what's it called? Ludonarrative dissonance. It's just like, you didn't take a shit.
Yeah.
Why are you doing everything this man does is super? It's like it's everything that you would not want to do to get yourself caught is literally all the things that he's doing, calling attention to himself. I think this disguise is probably the best disguise he's had yet, but still...
Right, because he's not disguised.
Yeah.
He just has a folder.
Yeah. And so far in this movie, there are 2 black men, 2 Hispanic men, and they're all criminals. Yeah. Just in case anyone at home was keeping count.
99.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, crime 1 solved.
Yep.
Knocks the guy out, saves the day. So then Miles is immediately assigned a rookie partner because looking at his CD that Uncle Lou cooked up for him, he's
way too good.
Yeah, it's
way
just,
too good of a resume.
Was it 14 citations?
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah, the citations when you do like something really, really well. and police, and they're like, yeah, they give you a cite. It's like
Okay,
it's like a not a medal of honor, but it's just like you did a good.
Right, an attaboy.
Yeah, but not even the attaboy. It's like you did something above and beyond. Like you get a citation for like taking a bullet for like saving a kid from like a burning building or something like that. So Miles is assigned the new guy whose ID he stole. Everything they've established so far with Carlson is that he's like kind of like a bumbling idiot. Like he's like the new guy.
He lost his ID.
Yeah.
He couldn't figure out how to scan in without
Yeah.
instructions before he lost his ID.
Yeah.
He loses his perp because Nicole Ari Parker is too hot for him to think clearly.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they have to go work the burglary beat. So he's been at this office for like, 5 minutes. He already got, he has to go out,
Solve one crime,
do some work. So he has
on
to,
the beat.
he has to do a real job, which is good for him, So they go to a like tire shop, and they're looking for tires, or they're looking for stolen rims. Immediately, he starts working like the criminal. He's like, oh wait, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
He says that they came in one way, but that doesn't make any sense because rims are heavy. And he's like, they probably came in this way. He's doing all these calculations and finds out, oh, he probably actually has them in this truck over here. And immediately starts breaking like the Constitution, illegally searches and seizes, which Carlson, to his benefit, was just like, I love this about the movie because like Carlson's the bumbling idiot, but he's also the one person in the movie that's ever like, hey, these things that you're doing are unconstitutional
Right.
and against the rules, and everyone's just like, ha ha ha, fuck that, fuck human
Calm
rights.
down, Carlson. Yeah.
And so he gets into he's like, I don't even need a key. So he breaks into the van. He's like, oh, here's a stolen,
There
here's
they
all the
are.
stolen stuff. So crime number 2 solved in
Right.
about like 10 minutes.
And I also want to point out that Carlson's going to write him up for filing a false report and arrest him. Miles is like, no, like let the little fish get away. We catch the big fish later. But he pulls, was it like Frankie or like whoever the tire shop owner aside? He says, get your weeble wobble ass over here. Third fat joke of the movie. He says, you like snacks? He's like, yeah, I love them. You'll be snacking on these ridges, and points at his shoe.
Yeah. Just every time you look at me, just
Think about them.
and I'm
a
just
ridge on your ass.
every time you look at your ass, which is funny because when has anyone ever? How do you look at your own ass?
Yep.
How can you see a place where someone like, I don't know. He says, "Stop eating cold cuts. It's seeping through."
Which is good advice.
Yeah, it's yeah, bro's just super rude.
Yeah.
And I love that it's just kind of like he's so good at doing work. He could just be like a success. I think this movie just is like, oh, if you just decided to be a cop, you would be a good cop, but
Right.
instead you just want to do crimes,
Right.
which is like really makes it like a sad movie.
You're not going to get 20 mil in one night as a cop.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you steal. I never said you have to be
Shades-
like a. I never
shades
said
of
you had
blue,
To,
you're
yeah,
right,
Yeah, I
yeah.
never said you had to be a good cop. So solves the next crime. So then they continue on the beat. Miles is like, I want to drive this time because the first time Carlson was just driving and like obeying traffic laws, which was
Yeah, stopping
too
for a
lame.
yellow. Yeah.
And one of the things I do really miss this, like when they do it nowadays, it's very like, it's always like too ironic. But I miss back in the 90s, it was like they did that thing where he's like, oh, I'm going to drive, and they drive real fast, and then they go over the hill in slow motion. And I was like, what?
The car's jumping, catching it. Yeah.
He's like, listen, sometimes you need to feed a little speed to the ride. It's just like, just 90s talk, stuff that people will never ever say. So they continue driving around real fast, real crazy. Another trope that they did in the 90s, which we'll probably talk about in the next movie, whenever a black guy and any other person who's not black are in a car together, the black guy has to teach the person how to like exist in a car. Like, hey, you're listening to other music? No, you have to listen to hip hop, and then you also gotta
Right.
Like every single movie of this genre
Yeah.
has to have that sort of scene. It's neither good nor bad. I'm just saying the next time I get in the car with you, I'm just gonna turn off whatever you're listening to and be like, "This is."
That's probably happened.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I feel like you've been like, what is this
Yeah.
trash? in
You were
my
like
car?
listening to
Yeah.
Flyleaf, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"This is Bass God."
That did happen.
So they continue on their beat and they see that there's a car crash. So they stop to help out. Carlson had just mentioned that he was from traffic. So he's like, all right, I know what to do. So he goes to handle it. While that's happening, Miles is like, oh, let me go get a snack. He goes into the local bodega. Right while he's there, it gets held up. While the heist is happening, the owner starts shooting back and the perpetrator starts hiding. Miles, now acting as a cop, holds him up and says freeze, and he's like, keep your hands where I can see him, put him down. He's like,
Put him on oodles and noodles.
Yeah, oodles and noodles. And he's like,
Chicken and beef.
Miles, Tully. So it turns out the person that was holding up the store was his old driver Tully, and he's kind of upset with him. He's like, "Hey, why are you doing this? You're supposed to just hit. You're just supposed
You're
to
a
hit
driver,
the register and run
Tully.
away."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "You're a driver. Why are you wasting your time?" But anyways, now he's kind of caught up because now backup's coming because it's an active shooting situation. He's trying to save his friend, so he tries to rush him out to the back. They get to the back, but in the back it's a dead end. And so Tully has an Uzi and starts firing it, and in fear of Tully getting shot by the police who are talking about getting snipers on the roof, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna go talk to him." So I love this scene where he's it's very good.
This is one of the best scenes in the movie, I think. Miles pretending to talk a lunatic down, and it's like his homie is like tries to like hand him the gun. No, don't give it to me. I gotta take it off you.
He's like, "You're gonna have to give me the gun." He's like, "No." He's like,
You're gonna have to let me arrest you.
he's like,
I'm keeping my gun though.
Tully says, "You need to give me $50,000," and Miles is like, "No, $20,000, and you have to spend a night in jail." They agree, and he's like, exactly that. And he says, like, "This is gonna hurt a little bit." He's like, "Huh?" This is gonna hurt a little bit. He's like, "Oh, okay." And he hits him, disarms him, and then arrests him. And he's just like, "Remember, you don't know me." He's like,
I don't know you. You didn't used to be so violent.
So this is crime number 3 that that Miles or Detective Malone has solved in like an hour and a half. Like if this guy just imagine at this point,
This is how we got 14 citations.
exactly at this point, if you actually work there, this guy like, "I have 14 citations. I'm a new transfer. I've never heard of you, but whatever. You're here." He's solving crimes left and right.
Yep.
And so we get back to the police station. Carlson's just like, "Oh man," he's like, "I got this. He's
Believe it.
He does the believe. He's doing this black voice, which is also, it's nice to get the opposite side of that every now and then. Every now and then the movie allows the white guy to do the black voice back. He's like, "Oh no, I got this." And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Nah, believe that." And he's like, and it's like, if you blinked, you miss him. Boom, he's on the floor. He got him. Everyone thinks he's great, and then. So Miles gets brought into an interview with like the police captain, and the police captain's also just like, "What's going on here? Okay, I just spoke to West Covina. Nobody's ever heard of you. Like, I feel like I know you. How do I know you?" And then Malone's just like, "Oh yeah, I was like undercover." He's like, "Did you bowl?"
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
sees
I
a
must know
bowling
you from-"
trophy,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's like,
You're a
and
bowler.
He doesn't
Yeah.
even. He doesn't even do it slick. He's just like, "Oh, you bowl." I mean, yeah, maybe they're believable, but so he keeps his cover just a little bit
He
longer.
gets promoted.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, "Oh, you're gonna be the new head of robbery." Like, "Oh, okay."
This is the fast time.
Like, you solved 3 cases today.
Yeah,
and,
this is the fastest a black man's ever been promoted.
Like,
I swear, 2 hours.
I've been in my job for a year and a half, and I'm up for promotion like now and might not get it. This guy did it in 2 hours.
But he actually did something. Not the.
I mean,
I didn't mean it like that. But I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stop talking.
It's cool.
So, Miles, now that he's back on the prowl, trying to figure out, where is this? Throughout the movie, he's just constantly going through vents, and
Trying to get to the vents.
trying to find
I think
out
this is the first time
dime-
that he gets into the vent.
Yeah, this is the first time he gets an opportunity to get into the vent.
And sees the captain of the precinct rush into his office to apply anti-itch cream to his junk.
Yeah,
For some reason.
Yeah.
Like, this is an important plot point that we had to film.
it's itchy.
Uh,
I mean, that would
sure.
be. Have you ever had itchy?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why Siri popped on my computer when we're talking about that.
Yes, please listen.
She's like ordering for me. Like, well, your Amazon shows that you
need
had that same cream delivered yesterday.
Itch-roll. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your top anti-itch creams?
What are my top anti-itch
What
creams?
are the top anti-itch creams?
I don't know.
Like and subscribe. Comment below.
Let us know your favorite itch cream.
Let us know your favorite anti-ball sack itching cream, please. We need this little money.
Maybe they'll be a sponsor.
I'll take any at this point.
And
Yeah,
and Manscaped.
yeah, exactly, Manscaped. So right after he uses the itch cream, he's walking through the halls, and then they're like, "Hey, Detective Malone, we need to introduce you to, like, I don't know, what's higher than captain."
I think it is the captain.
Yeah, the actual
yeah.
captain. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know police ranking.
Whatever,
Like
yeah.
corporal. Fucking
Let us
whatever.
know what we're wrong about.
Yeah. So he sees it's the same guy that we was seeing in the vents itching his balls, and the guy puts his hand out to shake, and he's like,
Gives him a hug.
gives him a hug. Which, I mean, yeah. If I just saw a dude itching his balls, I'm not trying to shake his hands.
Yeah.
And
This is 11 years
Yeah.
pre-COVID. He didn't wash his hands after that.
not at
No
all.
way.
He knows he didn't wash his
Yeah.
hands. That's nasty.
Yeah.
And then right after, he's like, "Oh, that's an odd guy, huh?" And then what's the other detective's name? His other friend dude. I don't know. He doesn't need a name. I feel like they don't really give him a name, but he has like an official name.
Oh, the guy who's like not Carlson, but like the other. It's something like Power Fist or something.
yeah, it's
Let me
like
find it.
Rippy or something. Chirpy, Chippy. I think it's Chippy.
Hardcastle.
Hardcastle. Yeah,
Detective
whatever.
Hardcastle.
And so he's like, yeah,
I was close.
yeah. Power fist.
I watched too much Fallout.
Yeah. And so he's like, he's an odd guy, isn't he? And he's like, yep.
Yeah.
And then he walks off, and then the captain's like,
Again, like this was completely unnecessary.
yeah, there's just a scene. They were just like, hey, we should.
It's like we need a joke in here that's not just Martin Lawrence doing a bit. Itchy balls.
100% someone was in the writer's room like, yeah, all right, next. Okay, there's going to be a guy, and he has itchy balls, and then Martin Lawrence is going to come in. He's not going to want to shake his hands, and it's going to be funny. And they were like, yeah, send it out.
Send it.
Right around that time, we get now a side shot of Deacon. Now, Deacon has located Lou, and Deacon is interrogating Lou, like, hey, where's Miles? Lou's like, I don't know. And he's like, I heard he got out. Yeah, that's great. Still don't know. Deacon beats the shit out of him, and then finds out that he's made these copies of, like, or he's done forgery to get him in, and then
I don't know why Lou held on to the evidence. Like, you made the ID, you're just hanging on to, like, shit that will prove to the cops that you made the fake ID?
everybody in this movie is
just
a
really bad
criminal.
criminals,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like you keep the evidence. I'm just like,
That's how you're solving crime so fast.
exactly. It's really funny to me because it's like, Lou. I'm not sure who he's supposed to be, but
He owns a diner.
Yeah, they kind of make it seem like he's some sort of OG crime guy.
Yeah.
And so Deacon just comes and then beats the shit out of him. Like, who is Deacon? Like, who are these characters?
Yeah.
Is Lou supposed to be a mastermind, or is he also just as shitty as everyone else? Clearly, he's just as shitty because he doesn't know to destroy evidence.
Yeah.
Like, there's number one. I would imagine if there was a crime school, that would be number one.
And, like,
no case, no face.
How is Deacon still connected if he kills the people he works with? Like, who would be like, oh yeah, Miles got out, you should go kill his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would assume that Deacon would be on a list right now, but he just survives or whatever. And so next we go back to Miles. Miles is now up in the ranks. He's got an RC car that he's like running around the vents. Cool music right now is happening.
That's true. The soundtrack in this movie is so good, and you could buy the soundtrack on CD back then too. I looked it up.
You can probably still buy it right now. I bet it's on eBay.
I'm probably gonna add it to my library because there's like some heat in this soundtrack. There's like uncredited Lil Wayne in this soundtrack. Because I like looked, I was like, is that Wheezy?
It's Big Time. Well,
oh, Big Timers. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Jay-Z's on it too. I think they have Money Cash Hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, there's some.
We'll put the
some good
track
music
list
on
in
here,
the show notes because it's Jay-Z, Kelly Price, Raekwon, Foxy Brown, Tyrese featuring Heavy D,
Tyrese, friend of the
pod, Ja Rule, Big Timers, like Keith Sweat.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, 99. Yeah, it's on Spotify. Go check it out. It's some good stuff.
So while he's trying to find he's doing this like an asshole again. He's like has on like he has metaverse glasses on. He's like following the RC
car physically or as it goes
through the vents, which really makes no sense.
Yeah.
I guess if you're listening to the noise, if you know where the car is.
No, don't give him that much credit.
Yeah. No. And so he stumbles into a room where they're investigating.
I think it's a training briefing.
Yeah, training.
There's like a list of like training things that they need to do on the wall.
So yeah, he goes into a briefing, and while he's there, he has on these things. Everyone's like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Oh, this is an opportunity to introduce us to the new lead detective who showed up today randomly." And so this is also an amazing scene. Please.
Yeah. What do you think about the P-31? He has no idea what that means. I think he says. He says, "What do you think about the P-31?" I think it's shit. He's like, out of there. If you want 31 flavors, Baskin Robbins. And I like, he asked him what to replace it with. He says, "I like the P-40. P-40 it is." That's one that I say all the time too, that no one ever gets my
P-40
reference.
It also, when he gets there, Hardcastle, it's not Hardcastle, it's the other guy. It's like
Rizzo.
Rizzo. Rizzo's like...
Maybe the itchy ball guy is the chief, and Rizzo's the captain.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds right.
That sounds right, yeah. So Rizzo's like, "Hey, like, what are your plans for the department?"
Yes.
And he's like, "I plan to fight crime." You know, stuff like that.
Shit like that. Great.
Yeah, great.
Any questions?
Honestly, I would love to work at that precinct. That would be great. So he essentially orders what I tried to look it up on the internet. I think they said that it was car parts.
I was thinking that it's probably the cars, like the squad cars.
I don't think it's the cars themselves. It was something that goes on the car.
Oh, okay.
I did some research.
That explains why the chief was pissed.
Yeah,
like we just got
these things. Yeah. He's like, he's shaking things
up, fucking with the budget. That's one thing that no one lets you do, not even the police.
Exactly. So after that, Malone's taken into the interrogation room because Tully's there. So Hardcastle comes and says, "Hey, there's the suspect that you arrested says he only wants to talk to you." And so, again, he has to stop his investigation of the diamond and go talk to Tully. And this is probably my favorite scene of the movie. I mean, he just starts beating the shit out of the other officers are just
just watching
like,
yep.
"Hey, like, where do you think this guy came from?" So next, Malone's taken into an interrogation room. Hardcastle pulls up and he's like, "Hey, Tully, that guy you arrested earlier today, he wants to talk, but he says he's only going to talk to you." I think this might actually be the next day, technically.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah.
Hardcastle and Carlson bring Miles in to the interrogation room, and like as they're going to like watch from the observation room, like Tully's like talking to him like he's Miles, and he like puts him in a headlock and like covers his mouth, and he's like, and like he's like whispering to him so the cops can't hear, and that's when he's like, "Where's my $50,000?" It was 20.
Well, it's 50 now.
It's 50 now.
I love that he comes
And that's
in,
when he
he's
just
like,
starts beating him up and like throwing him on the ground. And the
he's like,
detective,
hey, he says he has really important information. We ain't gonna say nothing.
yeah. And
Well, that's-
Hardcastle's not blinking at anything.
And then that's when the light skin comes in, and
Yep.
she's like, "That's because you have your hand over my client's mouth." And then Hardcastle's like, "Okay, so you say you have some information
about
This is
someone named Miles.
Yeah, it was my favorite line in the entire
It did
movie.
not age well. He's like, what can you tell us about him?
No, even before that, he's like, "This guy Miles owes me $50,000, and if I don't get it soon, I'm talking." Martin Lawrence is in the back and he does this thing. He's like, single time. I don't even know what that is. Please, if we
He's
can
like,
just
I'm
pull
gonna
up the
punch you in the eye. Like, yeah.
the other hand, it's just. And he's like, well, what can you tell us about this guy? He's like, all I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay. Gay! Hashtag please don't cancel me.
Yeah.
I'm just quoting
That's
the
what
movie.
gets clipped.
That was allowed in the 90s, apparently.
Yep.
Not apparently, it just was. I'm happy things have changed.
Yeah.
But
And Tully, at this point, Tully gets taken out of the room by the baddie public defender. And
he's
she's like, "Are you okay?"
he's like, Frank told me that I couldn't read good.
He took my shoelace.
He said I was ugly. Oh, man. Maybe he's 50 now. I love Luke Wilson's just watching him break every single
Right.
Yeah, he's just
I
watching
love
him break every rule.
Like, not only does Hardcastle like watch him beat him up and like he's impressed,
smiling.
like after this all like everyone files out of the room, public defender takes Tully away. He's like, "Next time, hit him with a phone book." Like,
Yeah, it doesn't leave any bruises. It doesn't
leave any
bruise.
bruises. LAPD
Yeah.
99.
So Miles keeps looking, and then he eventually does find the diamond. But he's
In the Itchy Ball Chief's office.
yeah, in the itchy, like right above it.
Yeah.
And he's interrupted by Carlson. So Carlson's just like, "Hey, like I looked up your file. I can't find anything about you." And he like lies again. He's like, "Yeah, I checked with that too. Like, what are you?" So then he like, "Hey," and then takes him into like the stairwell, and he's like, "I'm Internal Affairs. This place is a cesspool."
Doesn't feel like a cesspool.
He says, there's a lot of shit going down. They're all dirty. So he lies to them and says, he's there because he's investigating from Internal Affairs, that he's a super cop and he's here to click up with another super cop. And they're supposed to like solve everything. And Carlson's just shocked and disappointed. But he's like, "All right, just keep it cool. Like, you just watch my back," which Carlson does. And so at this point, they have to go do an investigation on a robbery at an
airport hangar?
Yeah, an airport hangar, or a customs. Yeah, a
Yeah.
customs hangar. I also thought I stopped it a couple times. I don't know why I cared, but it looked like it was an Alaska plane that flew over. So shout out Alaska Airlines, Atmos Gold member, holla at your boy. Yeah, future
sponsor, friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the Atmos Gold rewards. Okay. And so these are the first two black characters that aren't criminals. So that was pretty cool, the FBI. So pretty much Miles is just like fighting with the FBI. They're saying it's their jurisdiction, and they say, get out of our crime scene. So
Very like banana in the tailpipe kind of FBI characters.
So at this point, they kind of have to leave with their tails between their legs. Miles is very much just like, "Oh yeah, I'm a cop and I'm offended now." But he utilizes his knowledge to be like, "Oh, all we got to look for is a van that says B on it, bonded."
That's all that could have got into the
bonded
customs
trucks
warehouse.
into bonded
Yeah.
warehouses. So they get air support to find it. They find the truck. They find the guy. I love that he says, "Hey, peep that guy." And Carlson's like, "Oh yeah, he's like a middle-aged man, like 5'10". He's like, "No, he has a prison tattoo."
Yeah.
Carlson's just a bad cop. They
Yeah.
have to sneak that in there. So they get the truck, and the driver runs away. There's a foot chase.
Every cop movie needs
every cop-
needs a foot, at least a chase scene.
Yeah, they run
chase
through.
is better.
They run through a woman's house. The woman's in the shower. He says, "LAPD." She drops her clothes. He continues running. Then he comes back to look at the woman. I don't know why he needs to do that. And then he continues. He catches the perp. So now again, this is crime number 4 solved in very quick succession. This is a higher stake. Every single crime he solves is a higher stake one because it was a ton of heroin.
Right.
It was like obviously like pounds and
Pallets
pounds
and-
pallets and
heroin.
pallets of heroin. And so now even the FBI is impressed with him. They're super happy that he got it, but they're like he went to go get the diamond, but now the diamond fell into the box,
The pallet of
the
heroin,
pallet of
yeah.
the heroin, and so he wants to go get it, but they're like, no, these drugs have to go now, and you got to interview the guy, and he's like, oh, I'll whip his ass, but won't me finding out more about the drugs help the ass whipping? The cops just want to
Go interrogate the guy. Yeah.
So he goes and interviews the guy, and this is where he just starts, again, this is just an ass beating. He just beats the shit out of this guy for no reason. I particularly like that he's like pulling his face up against the wall, and there's like a mirror in the door, and he's punching the guy's face is pressed up, and he's pulling the door and punching the door at the same time. What do you need to do? What?
That felt very Martin Lawrence, just like doing stuff on camera to me.
So after beating this guy up, they let him know. Yeah, the light skin comes back in again and saves the day for this guy as well. At that point, they decide, hey, we should utilize the drugs as a sting. Miles really wants to just do this because he doesn't want to give the drugs away because the diamond's inside of it and he needs it. So he's like, okay, let's perform a sting operation so we can go deliver the drugs and he can get his diamond to just F out. He suggests this, and the FBI and the captains are just like, oh, you're volunteering for this. And he's like, hell no, I want one of y'all to do it. And they're like, let's hear it from Malone. And so now he has to do the sting. So the sting will be him and the man he just arrested. And so they're just supposed to, I believe that, like, was it? Not Guy Lafleur, that's the Canadians player, but something Lafleur. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean
Lafleur, I believe.
Something like that.
Which is a highly Quebecois name.
Yeah,
shout out Canada. I don't know if we're the bad guys of this movie. I hope
he's
we
also
are.
the bad guy in Home Alone 3.
That guy. So he's supposed to have a new driver. There's new people, so that's supposed to be their kind of in. And so they drive down to make the drop off. On the way to the drop off, Tully gets out of prison because Miles lets him out a little bit earlier, and he gets in the truck that they're doing this in. And so Miles, Tully, and the arrested driver are going to this place. When they arrive at the place, Deacon gets in through the back.
Somehow.
Yeah, he followed them without the cops knowing that they were being followed, and then they get there. And so now Deacon's holding them up. He does get the diamond, but for when they're at the place, they're like at what appears to be like
A dump?
I thought it was like I thought it was an airport graveyard, like an airplane graveyard.
I don't know. Like I thought it was like a dump or like a recycling center because they have like the big magnet that they move the armored truck.
I mean,
with.
that probably makes more sense than what I thought. I always just thought it was a hangar, like an elephant, or I don't know why I said elephant graveyard, but like a
airplane graveyard is making me add Con Air to the list. Continue.
And so they use a giant magnet to move them to where the actual drug deal is going down. When they get out, now that there's 4 people there instead of the 2 people that were originally supposed to be there. So Jean Lafleur is like sussed out immediately. He's like, what's going on? Deacon's like, this guy, pointing at Miles like, this guy's a cop. And he's like, no, I'm not. And then Tully's like, oh man, I knew this. Let's go catch us. Yeah. Which is just like, you're not even a cop. Like, he immediately folds him. I don't even know at this point why you would even believe if someone did that. Like, I knew they were gonna catch us. I was just like, yeah, all right, you're obviously a cop. So Jean Lafleur's like, all right, this guy says you're a cop. You're not a cop. Shoot him. Miles shoots him, but like shoots him in the arm because he hates this guy at this point. And then Jean Lafleur's like, all right, kill him instead. Okay, technically you got away with it.
Kill him, you idiot.
Yeah. And so he's like, all right, there's no coming away from this. The FBI then breaks the sting, and they come in to save. Everyone starts shooting and everything. There's a huge shootout. But before that, I'd be remiss if I skipped actually the other best part of this entire movie. When Miles is explaining who everybody is, and to Tully,
he's like, "Oh, you don't want to talk to him."
Yeah, you don't want to talk to him. He's a killer.
Yeah.
He's like, I seen this guy. What does he say?
I've ripped someone's guts out the ass before. He's like, do the ass move.
Yeah, that's when the guts drop. He's like, oh, I'm bad, baby. I'm bad. I rip your lips off. Kiss my ass with the shits. I rip your tongue out. Lick my balls with. And he sniffs the fake tongue that he's ripped. He goes.
And that's enough for everyone to be like, all right, don't need to check that guy's story.
So shootouts happening. People are getting shot. Carlson almost gets shot. Miles saves him.
Tully hides in an armored truck, and you can see him stealing a brick of heroin. And that's the
definitely
last shot we get of him the entire movie.
He's definitely getting caught and arrested.
Yeah, like there's no happy ending for Tully.
Tully's done.
He escaped the police station and stole a brick of H during a gunfight. Like,
yeah, it's all bad.
Yep, that's life.
So all of that's settled, but Deacon now has the diamond, and so he's jetting away
in an armored truck.
Yeah, in an armored truck headed for.
Note to self: if I ever need a getaway vehicle, armored truck is the move.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Because he's getting shot. No, but you're getting shot at. You can hit other cars. Like nothing's gonna happen.
So Miles goes in pursuit of him. They arrest Lafleur, I presume, right? Don't they?
I'm guessing they just have a shootout, and we
never
never find out what happens.
You don't ever find out what actually happens with him.
Tully, Lafleur, any of the other.
So they're running for Mexico. The FBI, who have been in like contact through wire this entire time, are saying, "Do not pursue him in Mexico. We don't have jurisdiction there." But he doesn't listen. Hardcastle, or no, what is it? Chippy? What's the other guy? The older cop, the captain.
Rizzo.
Oh, Rizzo. Rizzo tries to help out to take him out. But his car gets just.
Oh no, that was Hardcastle.
Yeah, that's Hardcastle. He just fucking yeeted.
Yeah,
like over a sand dune and crashes. Carlson tries helping as well, but he falls off, and then real stupidly, Carlson's driving, and then Miles jumps onto the armored truck, holding on to basically nothing. He's just like kind of holding there.
Yeah, he's like hanging from the side of the truck,
which could have easily just swerved a couple times. He would have got him off. But he gets back into the car. He gets his own car, and they're like, "Hey, we can't do anything. He's going for the border."
He said, "You can't."
Yeah, you can't. I can. and it's really he just I don't quite understand what the plan was from Deacon either. It's not like Mexico doesn't have police. They have a border. It's not like you just get to Mexico and you're free.
Maybe he was thinking he could bribe someone once he got there.
I mean, yeah.
But when you smash through the border.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's a little different.
Crime.
Yeah.
And there's like, this is one diamond. We're just going to kill you and take the diamond. Like, that's the police crimes that you could do.
That's true.
Shout out Mexico. I'm not saying that cops are criminals there. Probably the complete opposite. I'm just saying that Deacon's plan is completely flawed here.
I mean, he's just running at this point.
He's running, but it's just like, it's very, like, I feel like there's...
Also, LA is not that close to the border, is it? That he, like, gets there that fast?
Well, I think it was established that they said that they were doing the deal like
Oh, the
real
sting.
yeah,
Okay,
the sting
okay,
was very
okay.
south, but they kind of kept it like kind of vague. So Miles follows Deacon into Mexico for the final standoff.
He shoots a flare through
Yeah.
the like door, the hole in the door,
Yeah.
which is like kind of badass. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't think of that.
It was pretty smart. And then he drives up in front of him while he's all confused by the flare because there's a flare going off in the middle of the carriage. And then he hard brakes, to which the armored truck flips over it and crashes on the side.
Yep. Very
And so-
one battle after another.
Yeah. He gets his gun out and he's like, all right, I'm going to arrest you or whatever. And what I do appreciate about this scene is that I think out of all the movie, this is the one like legitimate acting scene where there actually feels like there's stakes and they're taking it
Right.
seriously.
He's still working in bits, but he's serious. He has like the appropriate emotions towards Deacon.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, give me the diamond back. And he's like, I can help you. I'll cut you back in on the diamond. And he's like, you won't help me, whatever. He's like, they think I'm a cop. They think I'm a cop. Which, like, I think that part is just like really good acting. Like, I actually feel things in that
That's
part
fair.
of the movie. The rest of the movie is all just like, you
Martin
know,
Lawrence,
whatever.
yeah.
But like that particular, like even just reenacting it kind of shittily right there, like kind of gives me goosebumps thinking about the actual scene. And then he's able to convince Deacon to give up the diamond. And then
And as he's convincing him are two of my favorite lines in this movie. One that I say all the time, but the other one that I love is he's like basically asking him like, do you want to go to jail in Mexico or do you want me to take you back and you go to jail in the U.S.? He said you can wind
nobody
up.
want to go to jail.
No, he says you can wind up somebody's bitch or you can wind up somebody's senorita. And he says, don't nobody want to go to jail in Mexico where they put all kind of burritos in your ass. I say that all the time. All the time. And no one ever gets it.
Yeah. Miles, I get it.
Yes, you and Axel.
Yeah, me and Axel. Shout out, bro.
Thanks. Axel will get a
Axel,
mention every single
You
episode.
understand us. So he convinces Deacon to give him the diamond. He arrests him and fucking does like a roundhouse kick into it, and handcuffs him to the armored truck's like undercarriage. And Deacon realizes that he's
Not gonna
got
help
screwed
him.
over. So he's like, Miles, I'm gonna kill you. So he cocks his gun to shoot Miles, and then Miles just turns around in very like 1999 fashion, just turns around,
Yeah.
shoots him sideways.
With the revolver with the one bullet.
Yeah, one
that
bullet.
LaFleur
Yeah, there was
gave
one
him.
bullet left in it. Yeah,
Yep. Just drops it.
drops it, and then just walks off. He heads back to the border to debrief with everybody, and then at that point, the jig is up. They've looked into it and everything, and then Carlson says,
He calls him Miles, right? Yeah.
and he's like, you caught me. But then Carlson's able to tell him, well, you heard the FBI agent back there. They're very serious about jurisdiction. And when he looks down, Miles is just on the opposite side of Mexico. And they're on Hardcastle and Carlson are on the American side. So he's like, oh, you can't arrest me. And so there's an emotional goodbye.
Yep.
They shake hands and hug because, they'll never see
Before
each
he
other
gets
again.
busted, he tries to convince them that he's a federale from Mexico.
He says,
he's
Tango,
Mexican.
Gato, Pantalones.
You just told those men you have a large cat
yeah,
in
he's
your
like,
pants.
oh, my federale hood. I gotta go. I love hard.
For the red, the white, and the green.
Yeah. He's just like, you're a federale?
I don't know how Hardcastle ever made detective.
I actually really do appreciate this. Luke Wilson has, or not Luke, Luke Wilson.
yeah.
Luke Wilson has a very good, I mean, they both do, but I like Luke's like more of, Luke's more of like he does it a lot in Old School where he's just like, well, I don't understand. Like a very, very, Paul Walker-ish where sometimes he just breathes and that's the act.
Yeah.
And that's the acting.
Yep.
Yeah, scene. But they have an emotional goodbye, and Miles Logan, Detective Malone,
runs off into Mexico.
yeah, he runs off into Mexico with the diamond, which
None of the actual federales are like,
no
who
question.
the fuck is this guy? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
that's
the
it.
scene. Yeah. So, I have a question for you because this is like the game I think we'll play today.
Okay.
There were
I actually don't know what he's
there were
doing right
two main catchphrases in the entire movie. Do you know what they were?
now. Bleed at.
That's one of them. There was another one.
Is it Miles' catchphrase? Or is
It's spread out.
I don't know.
So you don't know it. It's like that. It's
Oh,
like that.
It's like that.
It's
Oh,
said
it's
a
like
bunch
that?
of times. Which do you think it said more?
I would think bleed at
You would think.
because it's in the tagline.
Actually, it's like that. It's said 9 times throughout the movie.
Oh.
As a phrase itself, it's said an equal amount of times where it's like that, it's like that. Both at 4. Miles technically only says believe that 3 times. One of them was what we referenced previously when Carlson's reenacting
Okay.
the scene. And what's funny about that is that he does not actually say believe that. Carlson's just being racist. He never says believe that in the I watched it 3 times to
Yeah.
make sure that I didn't miss something. He never says believe that.
He's just being.
Yeah, he just and at that point in the movie, I don't think he ever actually said believe that in Carlson's presence.
Yeah.
So, continuity,
We've
whatever.
been with them the whole time. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting that they made it. I mean,
And
out
that
of all
was
the
in
things,
the tagline, right? I'm
yeah, it wasn't the tagline. It's
Yeah.
he's
a cop that's not believe
believe
that.
that.
Okay.
It's interesting because I think in modern day, I'm much more likely to say it's like that than I am to be like.
Oh,
believe.
yeah,
I don't think I've ever, even like me and Act, like none of us. I don't think any of us have ever been like believe that.
Yeah, but it's
I can
like
say
that.
you could. I might say you can believe. You can believe. You could believe that maybe, but I don't know. It didn't catch on. What are your final takes on the movie?
My overwhelming take is that it was a mistake to watch this after Undercover Brother.
Yeah.
Because I love this movie, it's hilarious, but it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's an hour and a half of Martin Lawrence doing bits in a universe that other actors are trying to make a bad cop movie. And Undercover Brother being first was so well written and so intentional, and this was just whatever, we'll make our money back.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, and it's interesting to me that this made so much more money than Undercover Brother because Undercover Brother.
It has to be Martin Lawrence's popularity.
Martin Lawrence's popularity at that point.
Because this is what 4 years after Bad Boys.
Yeah.
So
After Bad Boys, also after Martin.
Yeah.
He's this is probably right around Run Tell Dat time.
I think so.
So peak popularity. It makes,
This is actually 3 years before Run Tell Dat,
okay.
which was a half hour longer than this movie.
Yeah, I think, but Run Tell Dat happened after he had kind of his breakdown. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of before Hollywood got him and tried to make him more address.
Yeah.
So, wait, this was before Big Mama's House.
Yes.
They
for
got him
sure.
to wear a dress.
Yeah.
Fuck. But
I still love this movie.
I still love the movie too.
It's still funny. I still think it's worth watching. It's just I wouldn't Undercover Brother. I describe, and I probably shouldn't be referencing other episodes, but that is a high quality movie that was trying to make a point and made it, and this is just a 90s comedy.
It's an action romp. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still great, but it's just not in the same category. Which in my heart they're in the same category.
Yeah, but I think we can say the writing's not as slick. The jokes are just some of the you could tell the best jokes in this movie were probably just ad-libbed.
Yeah.
All the it's just Dave Chappelle and Martin Lawrence being funny.
Yeah.
I don't think Owen some of the things are ironically funny in a weird way, but
Yeah, I think Owen Wilson was pretty funny in his way that he was supposed to be.
yeah.
But yeah, that's my take. Let us know what you think if you've seen the movie. I hope you have. We'd love to hear your takes and maybe feature a good take on an upcoming episode if it's funny enough.
Before we go though, what would you give this movie out of 10? You got to keep on the Undercover Brother scale.
I'm
You could put it.
gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, 6.
I think for me, I love this movie. I will continue to say don't nobody want to go to jail in Mexico. But just watching it again, I was like, it's It's not good. It's funny. It's hilarious, but I'm gonna give it a 6.
All I can tell you, Kev, is that it's a 5. 5, 5. It's held together by a few scenes that we love.
Yeah.
But as an actual movie, when you're watching it critically, it's not that great of a movie. And looking back to the Metascore, I'm just like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Can't fight that one.
can't fight with that one at all. So as always, like, subscribe, smash that subscribe,
Follow
follow us.
engagement. Please
Yeah,
engagement.
We're on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Black
Blue Sky.
Planet, Blue Sky,
YouTube, obviously. Hope you're watching.
Hinge, FetLife, Field.
Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pornhub. Yeah.
Grinder, Pornhub.
Please, can we edit in the Pornhub?
Yeah. Yes.
You know this.
Yep.
You know
We-
the sound.
You know
Yeah.
it. You know it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, please share this episode with a friend. Word of mouth helps a lot in podcasts. If you can't find us on any of the things Ugo just listed, go to allmylinks.com/kev-n-oogie. All of our links are there. Our email is there if you want to get at us. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Kev.
I'm Ugie.
Thank you to Marky Boy Productions, Mark and Mace. And we will see you next time.
Peace.
Theme song.
Okay.